Au revoir. Ads are almost over. We're almost there. Can open. A little more time. If you're wondering, it's Monsters Inc. music from the PS1 game. Why? I don't know. Just randomly. Don't worry about it. Timer's almost done. Yeah. Almost. Almost. I have already queued up both the Undertale OST, the Undertale OST as well as the Everhood OST, so we'll probably be listening to those for most of the stream. Wow, wrong. Wrong one. We're supposed to be on this one. There we go. Lovely. How we doing? What's going on? Everybody doing good? We all doing good? Okay. Wah. Just making sure I didn't forget anything. But yeah. So, for those that don't know, I've been working on a little game for a while now. It's called Pew Pew Freerun. Used to be called Shotgun Freerun, but I wanted to switch up the name. Because, I'm not sure if we will end up having exclusively shotguns or not. So, it's like, I just basically considered it to be a little bit limiting. I think I mentioned this last time on stream, though, so I don't think I really need to mention it anymore. But, yeah. It's still a bit in early stages, of course. I mean, you can see that I don't even have particles coming out of the little shoddily designed gun at the moment anymore. Even though I did in a previous demo, but yeah. The movement controls need to be worked on a little bit. But I've already removed some redundant code and stuff. Oop. One of the things I really need to add is a like a timer or some sort of visualization for how soon you're able to fire again. I'm thinking like a bar that fills will probably be pretty good for that kind of use case. This music is so not fitting for this. Feels very weird. Yeah. It's also, to be fair, it's also kind of a weird game. You practically play most of the game backwards. I like how I can just, like, get up onto the rooftops. Wasn't necessarily the intention, but hey, it works, and it's kind of quick, though. Ooh, I thought I was dead. Wah. You know it's a good sign when you just start playing the game for no reason. But yeah. It's been coming along. It's not perfect, but it's been coming along. We've been getting little things done. I've been working on some music with Dragon, which has been turning out really good. We got a few levels. This one I'm particularly interested in. I think this one will turn out quite nice. You guys saw me working on the crystal level. The crystal level has not been ported over yet, so we're not really going to be working on that today. I've got some start to a sort of a sand deserty sort of level. That one's still very early, as is this block out for a sort of more of an office style or warehouse style level. Yeah. These were all kind of just thrown together with the intention being of just testing the movement controls, which we found to be a little bit not perfect, we'll just say. There were some issues with movement controls and the momentum direction and such, but it seems like we're starting to get that figured out. One of the things I wanted to work on, though, today in particular was a material for a, like, fog below the level so that you know how far down you can fall, sort of thing. And I saw how to do it, but now that I'm trying to do it myself, I now need to, like, re-look up that fog thing. I don't think it was a material, was it? Was it in particles or something? No? It's probably going to be best for me just to look it up. Yeah, I don't think that's it. Alright, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think nothing wrong with that, but we're gonna move on to the OST. Blah. Okay, blah. Seems a little loud. There we go. See, the problem is now I gotta find the thing that I already watched because I know that that one was what I wanted. Shoot. Today I also wanted to work on making like a template. I want to have like a template for levels. I think that'll help a lot with creating new levels. So yeah, it's definitely relatively simple. What was the standard unlit? It was exactly what I had actually. Standard. Almost exactly what I had. Particles, standard unlit. This one, and then we create like a plane. Let's try this. I feel more like a cube would be better, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, that's better. And we'll move it down. Probably somewhere around there is where we want it, right? Something like that? Yeah. I want people to be able to fall for a second. I don't want it to be too jarring, but I don't want it to be like, alright, now I gotta wait to fall, you know? I don't want people to feel like they need a reset button. I probably will have one, but I don't want people to feel like they need to use it because the game takes too long to reset them, you know? Okay. Now that. Set that to fade. Then we're gonna do soft particle, far fade. What should that be? Should be like higher. How do you do that? Yeah, I don't think that looked right. That's not quite right. Let's see. They act like that's all it needs, though. What is the setup for the plane? Maybe it does require it to be a plane. So they created the plane. And then what did they do? Alright, well, let's try it on a plane then. Create 3D plane 300. Okay, I think 300 might be a bit excessive. Just maybe a bit excessive. How about we do 50? Yeah, 50 feels more reasonable. Goodness. Oh. Did see turn off receive shadows. That makes sense to me. Probably cast shadows should also be off. Yeah, and we don't need this. That makes sense. Okay. Probably just a gray, honestly. Just do a gray. This isn't yet doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, so this isn't working how they're showing it in the video at all. Go figure. It's always like that, isn't it? When working with Unity. Oh, they've got like within the lighting, they've got a thing that they're messing with. Okay, let's see. It would be in here, and then in here. Well, for starters, we probably should like turn off the skybox. Just do like a gradient instead. That makes sense. Turn on fog. Oh no. I don't think that's what I want. That doesn't look good at all. Let's see. Linear. Set it to 30. How does that look? Does that look... Okay, no, we are starting to get something. It's not perfect, but yeah, that does actually look like how I wanted it to for that. When we fall through, what does it look like? Okay, so you can see how when we fall through, like it scrunches and then it's gone. Like I don't really like that aspect. I don't think that's quite right. So let's see if we can fix that. Because that will probably be something that's gonna bother me quite a bit. Let's try a cube instead. Maybe that's all I needed to do. Now that I'm getting it to work right. Okay. Apply this to that. We can probably remove that. Okay. Yeah, so that cube worked. So now I need it to be a bit taller, of course. Something more like that, and then we move it down. Let's see. Now what happens when I pass through that? Okay, so now we're back to where we were before, where just like you pass through. Ooh, what is going on with the sides now? I'm not really sure I like that. And I think now it's also doing the cast shadows, which I needed. Yeah, receive shadows off. Cast shadows probably also off. So this does not need to be that thick. I probably could just apply this to this instead. You know what I mean? Do the... I've got it labeled as danger object, but the cube here. Mesh render. Yeah, just do it to that. And now that's my fog. So yeah, I think that definitely helped give it a style, but it's still, obviously it's still quite, like, bland at the moment, but that's okay. I think that was a good step in the right direction, to be honest. So I just gotta, like, really play around with this a bit and figure out... Oh, hold on. You can't see that. Wow. What the heck is it capturing? Wow. Oh dear. There we go. Okay. Had to mess around with it a little bit. Oh, it's locked. Unlock it. Stretch. There we go. Looks a bit better. But yeah, so I need to mess around with like these settings, these fog settings that are here. I just set it to 30 being the start, but I could set that to being a bit further and then the end being a bit further still. And that might help it not have such a hazy look in the distance, because I'm not sure I necessarily like... Whoop. Not sure I necessarily like the distance looking hazy. But already that kind of helped me a little bit with how it looks. I think that looks better. I also don't want people to be shooting at stuff from super far away. Like here's... Yeah, okay. As long as it's able to do from like that distance, that's all good. Yeah, okay. So now this... I should be able to save that as the... like within the prefab for this, the quote-unquote danger objects. I don't know why I call them that. I might change the name of those, but I mean, it works, I guess, right? Kind of want more of like a dark purple for the shadows. I think that'd be cool, having dark purple. Doesn't look that was the right setting for that, but that's okay. So let's see here. What? Within the Yee. Do I have a prefab for that? I thought I did. I guess first let's save this scene and then let's go into the next scene, or a previous scene. Yeah, we got world objects, danger objects, and then the cube again. So is this not a prefab? I thought it was. No, it's clearly not. I mean, it's not packaged. Ah, so it's not a prefab. Okay, so that was not I wanted. I need that to be prefab. Alright, we started on pickups, but didn't make any yet. So let's go back to 8. No, this I want to set these to more precise values. Let's just do 0 minus 75 and 0. That doesn't seem good, but oh, and then this is at a different space. There we go. 0, 0, 0. And we'll do 500, 12, 500. Maybe a bit bigger. Let's go for 750. Whatever. Let's just do 800. Make it extra big. Hopefully that'll be big enough. 1,000. I don't know, man. Alright. We'll set that to that, and then I'll drag this down to create a prefab. And then from there we can save that. And then open up 7, and we'll drag in our new prefab. Then remove the old one. Oh wait, that's far too low. Why is that so low on this one? Oh no, are all these levels at different heights? Oh no. Luckily the world objects I can probably just shift around. So let's set this one to be more accurate. That's the case. This should probably also be 0. And then this should be where I set that to. For here, I think negative 25 looks maybe right. Maybe negative 20. Okay, save that. Now back to scenes. Back to 8. Need to do that again to zero that out. Go here. Let's click play, see if that looks right. Looks a little bit high. This fog isn't exactly what I want, but it's gonna have to do for now. Because I was hoping I'd get this demo out soon. So I think this is going to be where the fog is going to be at for the demo. But I might work on the fog more in the future, because I'm thinking I want it to be more better. More better. I think 30 is actually better for this level. Yeah. Okay. Save. 6. Add in my thing once I delete the other one. Yeah, so we want that to be 0. And this to be negative 25. Yep. What's the button? That's the button. Set this to negative 25, set this to... Oh, it's already set to 0. Okay. See what happens when I use it the next time. Nope, not the scripts. Scenes, this is 6. Save 6, go to 5. Delete that. Put in the new one. Yeah, so it made me 0 it out again. There we go, just double click on it there and that worked out better. Perfect. Alright. 0, negative 25. Good. It looks a little bit high. Yeah, it looks a little high for this one. But I think that means I should lift everything else, not lower that. Maybe just all of that stuff. Yeah, I was worried that other things were gonna come too. That looks right. Man, it's reminding me of Spider-Man 2000 now. There are worse things. That's okay. That's kind of what I'm trying to do anyways, is like have a reminiscent style. Not copying anything, but like playing it, you almost get a sense of nostalgia. That's kind of the idea. We'll see how well I manage to capture that. Oh yeah, that looks fine. It looks fine, except for the fact that, like, you can't tell that it's fog, because there's nothing to reference. So that's kind of a problem. I'll have to think on that. What's good is this is also going to make sure that nobody's, like, able to escape. Because, like, this is a minimum. If you hit it, you get reset. So, it's good that it's big. I am planning on, of course, putting, like, a cap over top of these levels. So, it'll be all the more difficult for people to get out, but... yeah. So the danger objects literally are just like walls and bounding boxes. Honestly, that's what it should be called. Bounding boxes. Okay. What? Yeah. There we go. Alright. Is it gonna be needing to be reset in all of them? Yeah. How do I update? How do you push the update of the thing to all of them? Re-import? No. There's gotta be a way to do that. That's kind of the point of prefabs, is being able to update it in all of your things. So what am I missing there? Definitely missing something. I mean, it's not a huge deal that it's misnamed, but it's like, I better know how to do that for other levels, you know? This box level I actually do kind of like. I need to probably work on this a bit more. I might work on it a little bit today while we're kind of chilling.
One
One of the things I know I need to do is grab the player and move him a little bit in, because he spawns outside where he's supposed to and falls to his death immediately. Yeah. Like, this level is playable, but it's kind of... I don't know. It feels messy. Especially given that you can't see stuff because it's all like the same color and the lights are not doing you any favors, sort of thing. So definitely something to work on with that one. Let's actually... look at that thing again. Lighting. Yes, directional lighting is the sun source. It's not really, like, I don't know if I really want that, though. I don't know if I really want that to be how it's lit. Oh, we don't have... Do I have to turn fog on for every scene? I think so. That's gonna be mildly annoying, but not terrible. I feel like the shadows should have at least some sort of a color tint to them. Like, nothing insane, like I don't want to go crazy, but just a little bit I think would go a long way, making it look better. Just having it gray, like flat gray, would probably not be great. So I'm thinking somewhere in like the purplish blue, somewhere like that. Lean it a little bit more blue, maybe? Okay. Somewhere around there, whatever that hex code ends up being that one. We can save this. There's probably a better way to do this though. Like within the settings. Yeah, like project settings or something. Somewhere around there. Gotta change the name of the game. Pew Pew Free Run. I'm trying to decide still if Pew Pew Free Run needs to be 2 words, like Pew Pew being 2 words, or if that should be 1 word, you know? So I guess it's really, 3 words or 2 words for the full title. That's what I'm really trying to say. Yeah, I don't think this is the right one though. I think it's a different settings. Asset, game object, component, window, graphics tier, no. Preferences maybe? Maybe it's in preferences. No, it's not in there. Probably a way. Nope, stop that. There's probably a way to apply it for all scenes, right? Lighting center asset. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm supposed to like save this out somehow, and then I can put it in there. Yeah, like that. Just click on that. Problem is I don't understand a lot of this at the moment. That do be a problem, huh? That's alright. I'll get there. I'll figure that stuff out eventually. This is kind of the problem, is that I've got a lot of hours in Unity and whatnot, but the problem is that I've spent a lot of that in a hyper-specific sort of area of Unity without really progressing outside of that very much, so gotta get used to all the rest of the stuff. There we go. Wish I could save like this component. Whoop. Like do right click, right click and then save on like this section and be able to paste that into every scene. Something like that, you know? Because going through and saving them one by one does not seem like how most people would do this. I'm sure there's a way to do it at some point, but at the very least I should stop closing it. Just opening up everything before opening the right thing. So not all of the levels that you're seeing will actually make it into the demo. And some of the levels that are here will probably actually be reworked a little bit before then anyways, so. You won't be too spoiled if you see this and then you go and play it. Not that it matters. It's all demos at the moment. We're still a ways off from anything concrete. And as such, obviously I wouldn't be expecting anybody to pay for anything yet. I'm thinking we're gonna shoot for around the $5 range for price, by the way. Just as a aside. That's kind of the price range I'm going for, so whatever I need to do to make it feel like it's actually worth that price, right? So I'm gonna try and make sure that there's enough levels for one. I'm considering maybe having some sort of like procedural or make your own sort of level, not like a level designer, but like adjust some settings, create level. Oh, Like how, like, Five Nights at Freddy's has, like, all the little sliders, you know, 20, 20, 20, to set all the people to, like, max level. So, that kind of idea, not necessarily exactly like that, because obviously that doesn't quite pertain to this, but kind of something like that, where you can just adjust some things to get more out of it. Timer. There's going to definitely be a timer. That's something I was working on before. Actually, we might even work on that today, because I think the timer is going to be important. Because if anybody ends up trying to speedrun this, I want them to feel accommodated. We talked about this before too. It's like accommodated for, but not expected. I don't necessarily expect people to speedrun this, but if they do, I want them to feel like they can. And I'm gonna probably be implementing some form of anti-cheat. I haven't fully thought about how I want to do it, but there's gonna be something at least. Oh, this one didn't get replaced. Ooh, interesting. So it's like a purpley fog in the distance, and then it's like a white fog when you're close. But it kind of... I'm not liking how that's reacting, though, so we're definitely going to have to adjust that. So here's a mechanic you guys might not know that I've already implemented, but I've got like a wall sticking sort of thing. You can see when I stop falling. Yeah, that's like, it's like a stick to the wall sort of thing. I thought it was a good idea. Oh. Fog floor map. And then let's get this also somewhere around the purple. Purple, blue. Something like that. Maybe. I think the, I think at some point I'm gonna have to definitely work on that skybox a little bit. I'm not sure how the skybox is gonna end up being used. So I probably will wait on it, but we're definitely gonna have walls and things to account for. Let's see. What are we currently on? Gotcha. One moment. Let's go to Blender. Let's see if I can get the bounding box. I want to see if I can export that real quick. I just heard my computer spin up. Actually, that might have been... It might have been the hard drive. I don't know. Recently, Sky Island level. There we go. Wow. Back in Blender. What the heck? But yeah, you guys remember a bunch of this stuff that we were working on, I'm sure. If you were here last time. Nothing crazy, but I did apply like a basic texture. Just a basic material to the crystals. It looks alright. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks alright. And that's obviously the replacement for the targets. I think it'll be good. Yep. But what I'm not worrying, but what I'm thinking about doing right now is popping out these walls. This one. Just exporting all of those real quick. We'll just export. So yeah, I'm setting it to selected objects. I've got those selected. Then we'll label it as bounding box. Then we can export it. And that should be good. And now I can drag that into Unity, basically. And where did I save that? Hold on. Oh, I went into Sky Island. That's not where I want that. Alright. Because it's not exclusive to Sky Island. It's just I happen to make it within the same thing. So I'll move that up one. Bounding box, drag it in. Bloop. There we go. Now this bounding box is nowhere near big enough. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just double its size real quick. Boop. Alright, that feels way better. It's got some default materials that are just like colors. Just some flat colors. But yeah, let's see how that looks. Yeah, so now we're inside of a giant cube. Ah, but now we have to worry about the fog being in the corners. I don't know if I like that. But yeah, basically every level is gonna probably be contained within a box like this. Probably. I haven't fully committed to that idea, but it's a possibility. So I do want to make this into a prefab with all of these having their collisions and all of them being... Basically, I did a whole bunch of work for nothing because now I want to set these as being that instead of this. This one's a backup, so we'll just slide those down. All of these need to be moved into the same system. Hold on. So what I should do is open this, then drag this in. Ah, here we go. Okay. Put it towards the center. Then all of these unwrap completely. All of these need a mesh collider as well, like this one. And then I gotta see where I set this one. Set all of these to the same. So that's really the backup floor. That's what that is. That's a backup floor that's set a little bit lower. And that's just how it's gonna be, so... Okay. So this is the top. Let's add a box collider. There we go. There we go. Alright, so all of them are now set. They're all set to have collision at least. Okay. Let's actually see if it has collision. Bonk. Oh. What? Wait, what? Hello? Hello? What am I colliding with? What's happening? I've broken the game. No, I think the floor has collision, but the walls, they don't seem to be reacting right. What's up with the walls? Oh no, this one has collision. It's just one wall doesn't. All of them say that they have a box collider. None of them look like they're inside out. How odd. I will have to set something, some kind of material to those. Alright, so it has collision now. Why didn't it before? That. Well, actually, I think it was this one over here that didn't. Yeah, this one doesn't. How strange. But the outside of it does. Oh, wait, because... I think it's because I didn't yet save this. Yeah. I think that's probably why. Goodness. I'm fine, guys. I'm figuring things out. Don't worry about it. Oh dear. Alright. I do want to move some of these things over here. But it's not letting me select everything and move it all at once. Okay. So the walls do now have collision. That's good. Now I just need to set them to do the same as what the floor does. And is the floor doing it by a trigger? I don't remember how I wrote my script. Got the timer, stick to walls, object manager. Don't know. It might have been in the player. Might have been within the player that I set the script for. I think we're gonna skip these tracks. Okay, yeah, that's better. Yeah, so within the player character, which I gotta. Player interaction? Is that where I put it? Yes. Yes, okay. So I put it in the player. I put it in something called player interactions. So then from within here, we should be able to just like, we've got compare tag danger. So whatever I set to danger tag, which that, wait, untagged danger. There we go. Yes, okay. So everything that's tagged with danger will actually work. There is probably, I know that there's faster ways of doing this, partly because I was watching something on like some optimization the other day, and I know that there's a different way to reference stuff without using tags. But tags are supposed to be better than calling stuff in other ways. They're still slower, but they're better than some ways of doing it. So I'll probably stick with tags, but you know, we're still early days. We're still early days and such. So my brain's all over. So you should probably set the floor to that color, but do it within this. Do it within this. Set that to be that. What? What is happening over here? What is this? Why is there light? Alright, we're not gonna worry about it, guys. We're not gonna worry about it. Okay, so it does appear that all of the, that it's all been updated. I think? Yeah, no, that's correct. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Oversight. Oversight. I've placed the walls too close. I cannot complete this level. That's actually really funny. So I think what I should do is go into each individual level. First, we'll back out of this. We'll go into each individual level and move stuff within the box real quick. That'll definitely be a good start. We got ads soon. Damn, this song. I remember this one almost making me cry when I was playing. Heck. It's mean. How dare. Blah. I don't want to move the bounding box. I don't think that that's good, but it would be easier to move it. Probably would be best to move it, I guess. I think most of these levels are going to have to get an update before... Like, not a major crazy update, but definitely I want to update it a little bit. I mean, these weren't amazing levels. We already went over this, about how I kind of just threw these together to more get a better idea of the motion. But yeah, like these smaller levels that I built kind of quickly, they all fit within these big boxes like very easily. So I think it's going to be no problem to like have these boxes around most levels. There was a part of me that was starting to like worry that it might become restrictive, which I'm really trying to make sure I don't make it too restrictive. I want to restrict how much I can do just for the sake of making sure that I don't go crazy with like scope creep. But I've also got like, you know, I've got to still be able to make everything interesting, right? Yeah. So I don't want it to be too restrictive. Da, 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 da. What is this from? Oh, okay. That's pretty funny. How does it work for this level, I wonder? I should probably wait. Yeah, probably should take a little break. Oh, you know what? I just realized. All right, let me take a break and then I'll be back. Blah blah. What? Okay. So I just realized, what I can do is I can open up this, go to here, turn off receive shadows, turn off cast shadows. Yeah, let's turn off cast shadows for all of these, really. Yep. I think that's a good thing. Contribute global illumination. How does that work? We'll leave that off for a moment. We'll hop in here, take a look. Okay. Now what if I turn that on? Object size and light map has reached the max atlas size. Okay, that doesn't seem good. Let's maybe turn that off. Okay. But yeah, now it's at least not dark. So maybe I'll leave it like that for now. That seems good. Boop. Alright. So I got the square levels kind of fitting now. By them just not receiving or giving shadows, that kind of fixed half of my problem that I was gonna start having of like stuff not being lit properly. That's not everything. Oop, this one still is receiving shadows. Do I have to go in individually? I didn't think so. Yeah, okay. And we'll just turn all that off. Oh, it was the bottom. Gotcha. Yeah, we don't want any of that stuff to be receiving or anything. So this is the basic level. I think I actually want the bounding box to be smaller here. Like bring it down to like 75%. Maybe even 50%? I don't know, is that gonna get too restrictive? This is the very first level, so I want people to not get, like, lost or anything. Oh yeah, no, that still feels quite large. You can run all around. I was thinking, whoop, let's turn off all the bounding boxes for a moment. There we go. was thinking of maybe adding like a couple of cubes in here. Like more stuff to kind of jump around onto in the very, very first level. Oh, this is a sphere. I thought I spawned a cube. I don't know why. Maybe something like that. Just kind of some stacked cubes. Something more to play around with, you know? Give all of these physics. Oh boy. That'd be a bad idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, the timer's not too bad. I just need to also make sure that it's, like, coming with me to the next level and stuff. So yeah, your jump cannot even clear this box, but one shot will get you all the way up to the top. Quite easily, too. Like, you're overshooting it a good bit. Yeah, maybe that's what I should have. I should have like a jumping sort of thing. Like give you an idea of how far you're actually able to jump. There we go. Oh, they out of placement from each other. This one. Now, what was the button? This one. Nah, I will have it phasing through the floor. Okay, so let's do this at 8. Duplicate. Just 2. Where are we going up by? So that was 10. Then this should be 16. Because apparently we're going up by 6 for some reason. It's just what it ended up being. Where are we at? 16, so this should be 22 then. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty lined up. Okay. Eight. So that should be 14. And it should be minus 20. Okay. I think that's within reason. I think you can actually probably get close to clearing that. Or just clear it easily with 2 shots. Probably should have only done 1 cube rather than having 2 cubes. But yeah, you can easily clear that. I think that's good. I'll probably refine it, but like having something like that, like this is blocking out basically. I'm just like planning what will go here, and having something where you can like judge your jump, that'd probably be real good in the first level. So I want to have different things that you can like interact with, and a little basic jump thing seems like a good idea. Having a wall that you can jump onto and stick to the wall, I think that's a good idea. Only stuff that's labeled as a wall, in quotes, a wall, is able to be stuck to, so it's a very controllable thing. I might make the walls that you can actually stick to, or cling to, whichever word. It's more like an attach, like walls that you can attach to. I'm thinking maybe they should be a different color, like a color that you can recognize as being a wall that you can attach to. I'm gonna create an empty for this. It's gonna be jump test. There we go. So this is now the jump test. And if I turn that back on, yeah, it's still within it. Cool. Alright. So there was something else I wanted to do that I had thought about. Oh yeah. For one, let's go to our Sky Islands. We didn't even apply a like basic texture to the things here. No brown? Yeah, we'll just create a default brown material. Run there. It's gonna be not metallic. Which way is smooth? I never remember. I think it's 1. I think that makes it. Yeah, you can see down here if you could see. Whoop. Yeah, right next to me here. That's how you can tell. Shiny? Not shiny. Yeah. So we want it to be there. And we can just apply that to all the little things here. It's just a temporary thing to have at least some some semblance of a color. I do kind of like this level, though. There we go. This is a level further in than the ones that we've been looking at, of course. Ah, and the timer's in the center. It's supposed to be in the corner, but I haven't yet updated the thing. Woo. Okay. Boop. Alright. Boop that one too. No! That's fine. I don't even have one of the bounding boxes in here, so let's grab that, drag that in, pull it forward. Ah! We're getting close to the walls here. Actually, just make it slightly bigger. I don't think anybody will care. And let's make sure... Got that still. Cast shadows. Hold on. Bloop. Turn off. Turn off. Off. There we go. Nice. Alright. So yeah, we can now see everything's within the box. Cool. That works. Let's fix that clock. Let's fix the timer. Nope. Not that. Save. So the starting level is where I first created it, so let's see. Is it on the player? It should be on the canvas, I believe. Yeah, the timer object on the canvas right here. So... is that not part of the canvas? It's not, okay. So let's go here. Let's see if I can just copy that from there and paste it there. I think that worked. I think that worked perfect. So now if I were to jump into scene 4 and press play. No, I do not have a timer here. The timer object is there. So why didn't the timer work? Now we have 2 timer objects. That's not a good thing. Delete that and press play. Does it not work? It does not work. So this one works, this one does not. So why does this one work? Oh, we're getting errors. Oh, okay. So it's something like it's not being referenced properly. Yeah, timer text down here. Just doing that proper. Okay, so let's see. If I open this up, got the canvas. It does not have that timer. Gotcha. That's why. So what I need to do is now copy this component, go back in here, and paste it in. Paste component as new. There we go. Back out. Now it should be... no. Okay. Canvas, timer object, put that there. Okay, timer is now there. So now we'll save. Go to scene 3 randomly. Yep, alright, so now that timer is working. However, I'm gonna guess that the timer will reset and show 0, 0. So it's not a proper timer yet. Because it's not maintaining the time, it's just showing the current time and the current level. Which, you know, is fine, but it's not what we want. Because we want it to be carried over to next level and stuff. So that's going to require some different code. I've got some sound effects that I was working on the other day. Could work more on implementing those, for instance. Oh. I don't think I'm going to stream for the full 3 hours that I normally do. I think I'm going to cut it a little bit short today. Probably. Oh, I'm not planning on ending it yet, of course. I'm just sort of talking out loud. Thinking out loud. I think I've also had this one looping for a while now. Which is not helping my brain. Yeah, so we're slowly getting there. Got some sound effects and things in there as well. Ooh. I didn't think about this before. What happens if I set one of these to being a wall and then I land on top of it? Does it make me stick to it? Because that would be kind of an oversight. Now, am I going to stick to this and not be allowed to move for a moment? No. Okay, so it's a little bit funky on the corners, but it still works better than I was thinking it was going to. That's actually quite nice. In comparison to what I thought was going to happen, so I'm happy with that. I do kind of like this level, in all honesty. Always found it kind of cool. I think I'll push that out a bit that way, though. And since these are so early, I think I definitely could make this more simplistic. That. Well, not necessarily more simplistic, but less likely to die. I don't think people need to be dying 16 times in the first world, right? Like, I think you should have more of a chance. I also think that maybe I should combine some of these levels together into a longer level, rather than having all of these individual things that you get through in 15 seconds. Put like 3 of them together and you get through it in like a minute. That might be better. So let's see. Let's go into scene 4. So we got like this. Yeah, we'll chill. Yeah, I probably should just used one of those stair in the beginning for that jump thing. That might have been better. Yeah, so this is only like the 3rd level. I feel like this is honestly a little bit too complex for the 3rd level, with you like jumping back and forth like that. Like it's obviously not very complex, but this is literally like the 3rd thing that you do. And what if I sloped these more? Would that make this level more? I mean, this is only the 2nd level, so I don't really need more interesting here, but let's extend this out and drag it under. Whoop. Bring it back. Save that. Go. Wait, you spawn like directly in front of that cube? Yeah, you do. Let's pull that back a bit. Not like an insane amount, but just back a little bit so people aren't turning around going, "Wow!" Yeah, that's better. You still get the boop, 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 and then exit if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, what you end up doing is probably something a little bit more like this. And then you're like looking around for the last one. And when you go to jump up using your shotgun, that's when you see it. That was the thought with that one. Feel like I need to do more with that. I think that's a good way of easing the player in here. So I think one of these, maybe that one, shouldn't be there. And instead should be over here. That seems better. I'll lift it a bit. Actually, let's even put it on top of something. Let's put a cube below it. Yeah, something like that looks good. And then where's that material I used everywhere for this beginning bit? Floor's using it. What is this? Got textures. It's not in there. Oh, we got several. Cool. Who's that? It's a font, apparently. There we go. But yeah, just kind of put that on top of there. Seems like a good idea. And then you really don't have much danger until the very end here, which I think is good. I think I will lower this down, though, and lower this down a bit. Something like that. How does this feel now? Alright, so we can still jump up, but it's becoming more difficult. Like, you can barely jump up. I like how you get, like, a little bit of a spring from the corner there. Alright, so that's good. Alright. So that stair... Let's actually push this over a bit. Same with our exit. Let's push this back. I will make this bigger for people, though. Since I'm pushing it back, I'll make it bigger. Harder to overshoot it. And I'll push it back so that there's a gap that you can fall down. Maybe I won't have it be... Like, you can fall off the sides, but not the front. I'll give people leniency on this level. I'll delete that. These don't need to be here anyways now. You can get right up there from where you are. If you need more distance, that's what the staircase is for, but you don't need the staircase. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll even duplicate that, bring it over, and then make it into a wall, like that. Yeah, honestly, I kind of like that. I kind of like there being a wall there. Actually, this might be a good time to maybe let people interact with that one ability of being able to stick to the wall, even label this as being a wall. I do need to set a color for what I want that to be for walls and things. I will set this to that height, I think. There we go. So let's make that a wall. Now, if you're on the ground and you walk up to it... Ah, okay. So I'm gonna add to the code that if you're grounded, I don't want it to let you attach. I think that will be very annoying and frustrating to people if they don't understand what's going on. These are just tall enough that you can get under them. That's funny. I didn't realize I had done that. But they are too tall for you to jump up to. So you will have to use your shotgun if you want to get up here. Which I am, of course, trying to ease people into using the shotgun to get around. That is kind of the point of the game, though. You know? Okay. So there we go. I think that was a nice little update for that level. I do really like this level. It's so quick if you know what you're doing, but it's a lot slower if you don't. It's very low risk now, too. I think maybe push the player further back, for instance. Maybe push them like really far back. Like, what if I control squish, squish? Figure this will give the player better chance of actually seeing what they're supposed to do before they even get there. Yeah. So, like, a lot of people will probably do that. But if you're smart, you can go bing, bing, get over here to this, shoot that one too, and then grab it. I think the platforms, like this one in particular, this last one, I think they could be a bit higher. I think I'll do this. I'll add another platform, raise it up. So you can completely skip this one if you want, but if you need it, it's there. I think that sounds good. I do also kind of like this being offset. Yeah, that actually pushing this to the right kind of makes this one so that when you shoot it, it actually pushes you that way better. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That feels like good design. And then this. We're still early days, so let's have a small platform back here to catch players if they overshoot. You can still overshoot, but if you only overshoot by a little bit, you've got a platform to save you. Because again, that's level 3, so that's still early. And then by level 4, I'm going to remove probably more of the flooring. But I don't think we're going to remove all of it. I think we're still going to want some. I like how it's all tilted on this little... It's like, okay. But yeah, they're still very clustered. And then when we get to level 5, it's more like rooftop style. Honestly, a lot of the levels, 5, 7, 8, those are all like rooftops. I might want to make 6 fit that theming better. Because then I might end up partially reusing some of that stuff. I do want to have more jumps in between, though. I think we're currently having a lack of using of the mobility and stuff. So let's pull back. Let's get more platforms here. Almost failed my own level. Nah, I've failed these levels plenty of times. Can't even joke about not failing them, because I've totally done that. Yeah. This is another, like, catch people if they fall sort of thing. But yeah, these are probably, some of these are going to get combined into more levels. Into more big levels. It's actually... Oh, gotcha. Alright, create cube. Do that, cube. Screech. I think this is going to be mostly just a guide. It's like yeah, go from here. And then over to here. Heyo, how we doing, Ryu? What going on? You're a goober. You goob? That's good. I'm glad. Working on Pew Pew free run. I've imported the bounding box. That seems to be working alright. People are now able to fall out of the world. I've got like a little bit of like a fog thing going on, which I've been digging. I think it kind of works. Oh yeah, that definitely made this level a lot easier adding those in, which is good because this is early days. What happened to that door? That door was like sunk into the ground or something, I think. Yeah, that's what happened. That needs to be changed. There we go. And this level feels very similar, but I've added like this in. Maybe this one should be pushed over more. Something like that. Bwah. So that's cool. I feel like that's much more interesting of a level for this stage. Yeah. All right. I like that. It actually, so then you end up jumping on top of here instead of just like going along onto the like railing sort of things. Levels are still definitely too short. I gotta lengthen like every level. Which I'm probably gonna be combining some of these levels, Ryu. Hey. So far stuff's been going pretty good. I've got a couple of things done this stream so far that's been nice to get some stuff done because I haven't been getting a lot of stuff done lately. The timer is now in the corner of every level. Granted, it doesn't carry over between the levels. It's not persistent at the moment, but it's still there. And then when I go to the next level, it is there, so that's good. And so I kind of gotta figure out how I want to do the timer before I decide how to fix that. Because what it might end up happening is it might be just a timer per world, or it might be a timer that lasts the whole game, and I haven't decided which. So, just something to think about. Both options work, so I'm gonna just figure out which one I prefers. Yeah, let's slant this and bring it up. So why? Oh, the barrier is just invisible. Cool. Alright. There's a gap. There's a gap now. I've created a gap. Ah! But yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that as the next level. I think level 2 had a big improvement by adding that. Level 3 is basically teaching you how to navigate. That's kind of what level 3 is doing. That's kind of the thing with each of these levels. Each one of these levels is teaching you a new skill sort of thing. Four removes the floors. I almost feel like 5 should be the one that teaches you how to wall jump, how to jump off of walls. It's possible. Basically what I would do for that is grab all of these things, shift them further away, and then add in another cube. Something tall. We don't want them to get on top of this. We just want them to jump off of it. Could be like a billboard or something. Actually, that might be an interesting idea. Making it look kind of billboard-like. There we go. There's our very haphazardly made billboard. And then I need to set this as being a wall. And now that should work, where if I jump into it, I will stick to it. I will cling. Not that you need it, you can just absolutely jump over. Oh no, I didn't get reset. That's not right. The floor not tagged as danger? No, the floor is tagged as danger. Oh, it's just that you collide with it. No. Needs to be trigger. What? Something's not right. What am I supposed to do? What did I do wrong again? That's the backup floor. We don't want the backup floor. We want the bottom. Yeah, is triggered. That was the problem. So I need to do that in the prefab to make sure that you get reset properly. Yep. Alright, cool. That needs to be tagged as danger. Alright, so we go into here. Bottom. Tagged as danger is trigger. This tagged as danger is trigger. Okay. Perfect. Needs to be taller. I think people will understand that that means jump on it, right? I think so. Well, yeah, let's color it for now. Let's give it at least a color. Bam, bam, bam. Ah! I didn't really stick to that wall well. Ah. Ooh, I see. Okay, so I stuck to the wall, but then, like, I didn't stick to it again. I think that's by design. I think I'm not supposed to be allowed to stick twice. But that's something I'm now going to have to figure out how I want to tell the player that, you know? Boop. Maybe it would be best if it wasn't so wide. Something more like that. Maybe that makes more sense. I mean, either way, you can just jump across if you need to. So it's fine if that doesn't happen the way I want it to. Can rotate it a little bit that way, though. Give people all the clues. All the clues that that's what they're supposed to do. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's a nice small update for this. I like the little bridge that I made for that. Yeah, the only question is, how do I make that better? Because that does not feel like intuitive or whatever. It also feels like it shoves you down when I wanted it to pop the player up. Oh, maybe that's why? No. I was thinking it had like a negative scale. Like it was inside out, and that could be why, but no, it doesn't. It isn't. We vibin'. Looks like we got ads. Okay. I think also by adding that billboard, that really separates this level from the other ones with buildings. Well, building style, pillar-y things. Yeah, we're gonna be working on those levels soon. Okay, so we got ads, so I'll be back after the ads, and we'll do a little bit more before I end up in the stream. So I'll see you guys after ads. Bwah bwah. boy. Okay. Turn that back off. There we go. Still ads over on Twitch, but that's okay. I'm not moving that fast anyways. But how we doing? Oh, we've got double timer. That's normal, right? Let's see. Canvas. It's right in there. Remove that object. Why do I have a 1 next to that, though? Not sure. We'll remove that. Yep. That should have gotten rid of the second one. Indeed it did. Welcome back, everybody, over on Twitch. This is dangerous. This level is wild. Ah! And then it reset me. And it also resets the time, too. Which I gotta figure out, if I'm having that time maintained, I gotta figure out how I want to do the time for resets and stuff. So I think all resets will be counted, so they'll all count towards your time. I think that's how we're doing it. Not that the time is all that important. It's just going to be an optional feature that you can interact with. You can have. Pew. Pew. Goodness. I wonder. Oh yeah, if you're good at this, you could blast yourself up into the air and then just clip the edge of that. Oh, I don't doubt someone's gonna be able to do that. Can't wait to see people better than me at my own game. That's gonna be so mean. But there we go, I just got it myself. I just managed to shoot that without having to go all the way over there. And the mini. And then... Wah. I made it. Alright. And then just shoot that one. And then boop. It doesn't have a destination at the moment though. But yeah, I think that's how I did it. Then the door. I like set a destination somewhere. Where did I do that? Let's load up a previous one. Or was it in the event system? No. Where did I have it so that it set it to the right? Ah, it's right here. Player interact. I've got that. Gotcha. It's in the player interaction. I feel like that's a weird spot to have that. So this one will take you to the desert one. No. Don't think that's working as intended. I don't think that's working as intended. Let's try out the... I will have to probably remove the bounding box for now. Just turn that off. But yeah, here's the like deserty kind of level. At least where it's at the moment. Because it's early days for this one too. But we can actually kind of get an idea of how this level will look. That's going to probably have some water. Probably some little plants and things, yeah. I missed that. That's okay. There we go. And then the exit's right there. So this level's more like 50 seconds long, which is about more so where I want these levels to be. I want them to be like a minute, maybe a minute 30. Probably need to plan for them to be a bit longer, though. Yeah, you can see a little bit of how this is going. I think this is reasonable. I think it's like, obviously textures are still a work in progress on this for sure, but I'm liking it. I'm liking using like one of these as like a wall that you have to break before you can get through. I'll probably have some sort of like either shattering or some sort of effect for when you actually destroy the things. But yeah, for now they just kind of disappear, as they do, as things do. So far so good though. I'm reasonably happy with how these things are turning out. Oh, I could just set the walls of this one. Could just set them to be the same sort of thing. Or was it? Yeah, don't receive shadows, don't cast shadows. It doesn't look too great though. Yeah, the idea with this one is you're supposed to be able to get up here, up on top of that. I think the scale's a little bit too big in the Z-axis. But yeah, this one I've actually got plans for. I want to make it a reference to a specific game. I think it'll be cool. I think that'll be fun. Squish. But yeah. I think squishing all that down a little bit is probably a good idea, though. I think there was one there. Yep. Wow, I still can't get up there. There we go. Right, whoop. Yay! It didn't take me anywhere. That was only like 30 seconds as well. Yeah, with such a fast movement system, I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to make it more interesting. I don't want to have too many targets per level, though. I like the idea of maintaining 3 as being the average. So there'll definitely be some with more, but I'm okay with there even being less than 3 on some of the levels. I mean, excuse me. We do have the first level has 3. It's the starting level. The starting level has more. Yeah, starting level only has 1. Oh, you now start facing the wrong way. Huh. Stick. Yeah, the sticking to walls thing doesn't quite work how I want it to. I'm definitely gonna have to adjust that one. That one needs some adjustment. Does kind of feel like... Feels like you have a lot of control. I think I want to reduce a little bit how much control you have in the air. Like, it feels good to control at the moment, but I think it's a little bit too easy to control in midair. I do want more focus on the having to launch yourself backwards sort of thing. No. I mean, most of these levels are like really easy. If you just walk up and shoot it, you'll do it pretty easily and get through it. As soon as you start doing like extra tricks and things and trying to get like faster, that's when you start messing up. I was thinking about maybe adding some sort of like mirror. Like have a mirror that shows you what's behind you a little bit. I'm unsure if that's a good idea or not though. Almost feels like this is like covered in webs now. And not just because we're listening to the spider dance. But yeah, so things are going okay. I think it is time to move on to the next song though. Wow. There we go. So yeah, I gotta figure out a couple of things really. The fog isn't quite where I want it to be. I do want to do more with the fog. Have that look right. Obviously walls, I want some wall textures. I want to at least have a single wall texture that looks decent before the demo goes out. Which will probably end up being the like rocky wall, because I was kind of working on that one already. So it'll probably be a walkie? It'll probably be a rocky wall texture. There we go. And that'll just be for all of the levels at the moment, just to have something, rather than, you know, this weird green. And then I gotta think about how I want to do the ceiling, because the ceiling is going to be a little bit different, because I don't think I want it to necessarily look like the walls. I think I want to have it be a different material. And not just a different material, but it might also be like a different style of material too. Because the walls are going to be like a repeating texture. Think like how they do the skybox and for Bowser in the Fire Sea from Mario 64, how like that crystal sort of like green texture. I'm kind of making something like that for the crystal levels, and that's going to go onto the walls. So let's see. So I want that. I want the timer working, and the fog will be left as is. So cleaning up a couple more levels. Probably gonna try and get a couple more little like temp levels, I guess, like in showing how the different worlds are going to be, because there's like, I've got like a single crystal level, I've got like a single sky level, I've got like a single desert level at the moment, so I'm kind of thinking I need those three to be in at least a state of like, oh, okay, I see where he's going with this. So I want those to be in a state of people being able to see where I'm going. I want to fix the timer, and I want to fix at least having some sort of texture for the walls. I think that's the plan going forward. I think those are the three things I want before the demo's released. So I'm going to write that down. I don't think the player character will be in before the demo. Ooh, that's right. I do want to fix the gun at least a little bit. I want to have something for the gun. Before Demo 2 release. And then I want to write in the things I need. So I want timer to be working. Timer to be persistent. One second, let me get you guys in on this. There we go. Bloop. There we go. So before the demo is released, before Demo 2 release. There we go. Timer. Let's do like dashes. Basically want bullets. There we go. Timer needs to be persistent. There we go. Timer needs to be persistent. Fix up the gun. Wall texture. At least one wall texture. I can have more, but preferably at least having one. And not worrying about the fog, not worrying about levels. Oh, sample level for desert, sky, islands, and crystal. No. There we go. It's like, no, just be all on one line. So that's the plan there. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to try and make sure that that's all good before the Demo 2 release. I want these things done. I think I can get them done, though. Ooh, you know what? I need to add one more thing. I want to have at least some sort of song on repeat. Or is that a bad idea? Yeah, I'd probably overplay the song if it's for the entire demo. So, no song for the demo at this point. Not for Demo 2. Maybe Demo 3 will have something for music, but Demo 2, probably not. So, maybe I'll do a Demo 3 as well. Or Demo 3 release. And then things we want before Demo 3. So before Demo 3, some music. Not gonna put more information than that for now. I don't really have an idea of how much music we're gonna have at that point, but some music would be would be good. Okay, other than some music I want to have for the demo 3. Probably first 2 worlds. Follow age? What? Sorry, I don't have any kind of bot like that for that, but welcome to stream. How you doing? How's it going? Following since December 4th, 2023. Nice. Long time no see, doing good? I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to figure out what I want to have in the demo for the games. Yeah, I'm just creating lists right now for what I want. These are the things I want to finish before I get the demo 2 done. Then the demo 2 will get released. I'm hoping that this is going to be released by New Year's. Due by New Year's. So that's the plan there. I want that the demo 2 release to be at least before New Year's. This one, I don't know yet, but I'll keep people posted on this. First 2 worlds, type of game. It's a like first-person shooter, sort of puzzler, sort of platformer, free runner sort of game. Yeah, I'll show you in a moment. For a game a while ago. You don't know how to model. Fair enough. Mirror's Edge with guns? Yeah, Mirror's Edge, but like with like rocket jumping. Basically. Mirror's Edge, but rocket jumping. But like, I'm not really going to be using rockets. I was more so thinking shotguns and things like that. Maybe beams. So first 2 worlds, not in final phases, but I want, you know, actually first 3 worlds. First 3 worlds. 3 worlds. Blocked out. 3 worlds in whip. And I want them at least to be in whip form for that. I should have wall textures for first 3 worlds. I want to have some sounds, some destruction, or target feedback. Actually, I need that for this one too. I need a gun feedback. Probably a bar, gun feedback bar. I need that for this one. I don't want I need some sort of feedback for people. So we want target feedback, we want I think I'll leave it at that for now. So that's the plan with those. That should be good. Okay, that was it for 11. Bloop. Drag that out of here. We don't need it anyways. There we go. So yeah, I can show you a little bit about how this is going. Gonna go to scenes. Let's go to level 1. Yeah. First ever 2D, first ever second person shooter game, or as close as anyone could get. So there was a second person game that I can't remember what game it was, but there was actually one that did a second person thing. Yeah. Valorant does their lore, but where you and one of the enemies are in a pair, you can't talk to each other, but you essentially pilot each other one control enemy character and how to work on his they control character. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, that does sound pretty neat. So yeah, you shoot the targets, you get through the goal. Oh, there it is. You can sort of see where the fun in this would be. You get pretty fluid with the motion. It's not all there yet, though. There's definitely some issues still with some of the movement and stuff. Sticking to walls or clinging to walls or whatever doesn't really work how I would like it to at the moment. You kind of, like, you stick to the wall okay, but you don't come off of it very well. Like, you kind of just drop. And I think I need to have, like, when you come off of the wall, you get, like, an upward force. I think that's a requirement. There we go. Made it. Pew. Second person is so hard to do because it uses you. Well, first person uses me, and third person uses they. Yeah. I know what you mean when you say in second person. I know that, like, in one of the driver games, you do end up with, like, a second person view, but that wasn't the game that I was referring to when I was like, there was a game that did that. There was actually something. I can't remember what it was. I'm, like, completely drawing a blank. And it wasn't a shooter, I don't think. So, you'd still be the first to do a second-person shooter, though. Bloop. This one looks so moody. I kind of like how moody it looks. Bloop. There we go. So yeah, that was the, like, first levels that I released in the original demo. I did adjust them since then, but yeah, was that game with the racing, right? Yeah, it was a racing game, so I figured about that. Yeah. I know what video you're talking about. I think that I watched that one as well. But he thought that was the first one that's ever done that, but, like, there was another game that I was thinking of or that I saw later, and I'm like, oh, that one does second person. Wow, okay. But yeah, so I've been working on some different levels. We got, like, a desert level here. It's in production. Start there, got some platforms. Doop, 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 doop. It's all coming along, just it's very slow going. People working on this. I've got one person that's helping me with sound. I've got one person helping me with code, and that's about it. It's mainly me with help. That's kind of how it's worked out. Reminds me of Warframe. Oh, this one? Interesting. What does this remind you of? Oh, this reminds you of Cut the Rope? Interesting. Don't cut these ropes. That would be bad. We wouldn't have platforms. Hey! If you launch yourself into the air, you can just reach that one. I'm already breaking my own game. Ah, missed it. Yeah. It's not really breaking it. Like, I want people to do interesting things like that and find alternative methods of getting to the targets. taking him out. Like for instance, you could probably jump over here to get it. Which is safer. Whoop. Which is safer than doing the, like, shots in the air. Ah, I missed. Speedrunners would love that. Yeah, like, I do want to plan for speedrunners to play this. I keep saying the way that I'm thinking about it is I want it to be accommodating for speedrunners if they play, but not be exclusively for or expecting of speedrunners to pick it up, you know? If they grab it, if they play it, if they enjoy it, good. But I want this to still be playable by everyday people. Yee. I think I need more boards. I think there's too few boards here. I think it makes it a little too difficult. It's not a very big hitbox, you know? Honestly, this is probably the hardest part right here, getting through that section. Feels like the kind of game Dream would play. Interesting. But yeah, so basically we have like, what, 9, 10, 11 levels? Basically 11 levels with a start and an end level. I do need to modify the text in the ending level. Forget how I do that for now, though. Was it just here? It was just here. Alright. Thanks for playing the second demo for Pew Pew freerun. Fortunately, this is where the demo ends. I would love to hear your opinion of my game so far. Please feel free to contact me on Discord. Yeah. On Discord or on the itch.io page. I don't think we even use that anymore. Yeah, we don't even... Wow, that shows how long it's been. Alright, so that should be working. That should just show up on the screen. Yep, there we go. That's what happens when you get to the final level of the game for now. Just get dropped into a room with a platform. Yep, there we go. Now you can't even die. Make a suggestion, I would say be a double rope like a normal rope bridge. Then have it so some of the pieces crumble. There's more... Oh, like have the bridge kind of crumble underneath you? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. It's not a bad idea. Only certain pieces, yeah. I get you. And then you'd have to save yourself with the shotgun. Yeah, cracks to identify them. I get you. I know what you mean. And then I haven't yet brought it over, but probably one of the more completed levels is this one that I've got in Blender, which was... I was kind of blocking it out to figure out how I wanted to do it. It also uses those ropes with planks and stuff, as well as these. Then we got some new type of targets. I gotta figure out, well, not figure out, I gotta like replace all the things with that. Got one over here. But yeah, pretty happy with this level. I think this level is pretty cool. But yeah, all of the levels are basically only in like a blocked out sort of point. Everything's basically just, you know, cubes and whatnot. Control surf C. Yep. Squeesh. Squeesh. That's where the door is. But yeah, so this is probably making it over as well to the demo 2. But I think I'm actually gonna be signing off here soon, calling it good for tonight, cause I've been at it for a couple hours now. Still kind of recovering from stuff, mental stuff, you know. So I'm gonna call it good there, I think. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope you had fun. I hope I'll see you in the next one. I am probably going to be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be streaming specifically, let me see, bring up tackle box. The big catch tackle box. That's probably what I'm going to be streaming. Of course, I might change my mind. You know how it goes. Let you guys know over on the Discord as per usual. But yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Be good. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Bye-bye.